Today in crypto, we have a volatility squeeze on the horizon. So what does that mean for you? Well, we're going to talk about how a volatility squeeze means that Bitcoin is setting up for a massive move. In my opinion, the move coming up will probably be one of the biggest in recent memory. Now, could that be to the upside or the downside? You're about to find out. I'm sure you have an idea what I'm about to say, but if you guys are excited for this one, destroy that like button. The like button is like a membership to a holy society of gains. Make sure you smash it repeatedly. It's the only way to get there, I promise. With that said, make sure you're subscribed with that bell notification on because we're gonna be doing multiple videos a day and they're gonna be jam-packed with alpha, so make sure you're tuned in. Right now, let's dive in to this liquidity squeeze. All right, I meant to say volatility squeeze. Here we are. The volatility squeeze has just begun. Now, as you can see here, as demarcated in these blue lines, we get a volatility squeeze. And what this means is essentially that volatility is squeezing down and getting ready for a massive breakout. This happens at times when things get arguably a bit boring in crypto land, in Bitcoin land in specific. What it means is that as volatility shrinks over time, you're only counting down like a ticking time bomb until Bitcoin explodes with a violent move. Now, you can see here the last few times this happened. And obviously he says he's joking about the last arrow because he's predicting it here. So ignore this last arrow. But we got a volatility squeeze here at 64. Boom. We got a volatility squeeze here at in the low 30s. And we shot up to the levels we're currently at right now. And now we're getting another one. I personally believe that we're going to see this volatility push us to a newer and higher high. This is going to be the rocket fuel that leads to all-time highs, and in my opinion will lead to a wild rebirth of the greed in this industry. Now, we were telling you that the time to prepare for this, to get into these low caps, was while Bitcoin was in the high 30s and low 40s, when I flipped and I said, look, this is not looking like a bull trap. This feels very organic and authentic, this volume. And of course, I've just covered a ton of DeFi projects. I was telling you about Convex. I was telling you about Donkey. I was telling you about all these projects that have gone on massive runs. And I'm also putting the spotlight on these low cap gaming projects. Make sure you're tuned in on Wednesday for me and Alex Becker's first weekly stream where we go through and we give you the keys to the kingdom for low cap gaming. This is it if you want to learn how to get ahead of the biggest trend in crypto's history, in my opinion. But just know that as Bitcoin erupts, yeah, sure, it might drain the altcoins temporarily, but what's going to happen is it's like a slingshot. Bitcoin is going to absolutely explode. Then we get large caps, then we get Ethereum, we get the L1s, the Solanas, and all things like that, and then we're going to see the low caps go absolutely bananas. It's only a matter of time. In my opinion, this is like one of the easiest moves in recorded history. Of course, if you want to play it super safe, just sit in Bitcoin and Ethereum. You'll make money that way. But if you're looking for astronomical gains, not financial advice, of course, you're going to have to experiment with more lower cap coins. Now, for those of you who are new to the space who might not know how this works, low caps can go up 100x and they can also correct down 90%. So if you are already looking at a low cap that's gone up dramatically, well, there could be a lot of gravity there that comes back down, but a lot of the low caps are looking absolutely gorgeous. They're looking very bottomed out, especially on their Bitcoin comparative charts. So when you look at low caps, specifically in DeFi and NFTs, in the Solana ecosystem, in the Cardano ecosystem, in different trending ecosystems, Polygon, like QuickSwap, these are the types of opportunities that could have massive upside. Now, of course, I just want you to know I hold a ton of low caps. I'm heavily invested in Solana and Polygon. I'm heavily invested in Cardano ecosystem. I'm heavily invested in L1s and Ethereum and low cap games. I want this stuff to succeed and I put my money where my mouth is. I just want you to know that I have a horse in this race. I want this stuff to work, right? And in reality, what I think is going to happen here is that just by playing, you're going to win. That's my prediction. But by playing smart, you're going to win freaking huge. And what you need to do is you need to make educated bets. And I believe a few educated bets with conviction will lead to extraordinary gains. So this volatility squeeze is in my opinion, is one of the biggest green flags that you can have in this entire crypto ecosystem. The volatility squeeze is your sign that something big is about to happen. And the volatility squeezes only happen once every blue moon. What you see here is that this is the second highest volatility squeeze of 2021. In my opinion, this means that we'll be looking at a dramatic breakout, and this could be the rocket fuel to 100K. So place your bets accordingly because things are about to get absolutely nuts. So while things are objectively a little boring here in crypto land, what we do know for sure is that altcoins are going wild, and I believe a lot of that liquidity will concentrate and consolidate into Bitcoin for another leg up, a massive volatility breakout to the upside. That's my prediction. We're looking at price targets of up to 100K, but what I've noticed is that multiples of the previous all-time high, specifically 20K, 40K, 60K, those seem to be the ones that have the most sort of friction attached. So it wouldn't surprise me to see us blow through 70K, create a ton of FOMO that we're going straight on, ripping through to 100, and then see things get really wild around 80 to 85K, maybe 88K. I don't know. The multiples are getting a little bit blurry here, but the low to mid 80K range, that seems to me like it's going to be a point of tremendous interest. So as we erupt out, knowing that there might be pullbacks around those ranges, and knowing that as Bitcoin pulls back and stabilizes above all-time highs, we'll see dramatic rips from altcoins. Place your bets accordingly. Find your beloved ecosystem, whether it's Cardano, Polkadot, Polygon, Solana, they're all going to erupt with gains, and that's a fact. But of course, this is a wild bull run, and the truth is that I believe that we are not bear market proof yet as an industry. There's just too much froth. There's too much absolute insanity going on in this industry. There will be a massive correction. There will be another horrific bear market. So understand and plan accordingly, and actually set your profit taking strategy. Say, hey, look, if this reaches this price, I'm going to sell. Write it down, place orders on an order book, use 1inch to place some limit orders, whatever you need to do. Just make sure you're putting in the actual things that you need to put in place to make sure that you execute. And if you do that, I think you'll be in a very good place, because you'll have put away some profits for when things get bearish again. And of course, if we go up to 100K or so and then correct from there, then you could be looking at, prices around here or lower are where you could buy back in again. And that's after multiplying your stack tremendously. So understand the game is long term, understand the game is multi-year, understand the game is that you're betting on the ecosystems of the future. So it's no need to make it all in one trade, to make it all this year. That mindset leads you to have some really, really bad decision making. So if you place your bets right and understand a bear market correction is always around the corner in crypto land, then you'll be a happy camper. But don't ignore the fact that I think this is one of the most magical times before the ultra next leg up here in crypto. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think we're going to go up? Do you think the volatility breakout will be to the downside? You guys let me know, because it seems pretty gosh darn bullish here in crypto land. As always, if you got some value out of this video, smash that like button. Remember, each and every comment on this video is entered to win your own hardware wallet. And of course, if you're not subscribed with that bell notification on, you're just going to be missing out on all the gems, all the low cap coins that we're going to cover, all the coins list, all the alpha. You're just going to need to have that bell notification on. There's just no other way. With that said, my name's Elio Trades. You can find me on Twitter at Elio Trades, dropping alpha over there all day, every day. Make sure you follow over there, and I'll see you very soon on the next episode.